Cal, how are you?
Hello, hello.
How have you been doing?
LaGrange, huh?
Yeah.
Where's LaGrange? I'm looking it up right now.
LaGrange? I don't
I
know.
went to I went to I went to grade school in Illinois, so I feel like I should have a better sense of its geography than I do.
You know, it's somewhere on the map. I can tell you that.
It sure is. I always have my Berwyn.
Yeah, did you? I saw somebody on Facebook. I'm curious. Did you grow up in Woodstock?
Um, Woodstock, Illinois is where my aunt lives.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I've done a lot of shows over there over the last couple of years at the Opera House. I like the town
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot.
yeah. It's cute. It's a cute little place. I think I would personally it was cute when I was a kid, but if I were to be doing stuff as a person, as an adult there, I think I would die. I need to be able to get tacos at 3 in the morning, you know?
I don't think they don't have a lot of taco places in Woodstock. Not gonna lie.
They certainly don't, and and this is my main beef with living downtown too, is that everything closed at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
when I was living in the dorms at Columbia. So it's it's funny now because I live around the corner from a 24-hour Mexican joint, and I love them so much. They're so important to me.
Which housing did you live in at Columbia?
Oh Lord, oh Lord! I lived at the University Center
Shout out.
in my freshman year.
No.
It was a sad little place to be. No. My roommate, my first semester roommate, tried to kill me. I think she was psychopathic. She got very upset because I wanted the fan on at night, and she didn't like the sound it made, which is why I still never talked to her. And then I moved, and then to the apartment side, and the roommates there didn't know I was moving, so I was there, and I was there for K-term. And so when the first roommate got there and saw that I was there, she literally screamed, and it kind of went downhill from there.
So
Yeah,
what you're saying is it was a great first semester experience, is what you're saying.
no, this was second. We're now in the timeline of my residency. We're now in winter of my freshman year, and then I moved back to the sweet side, and my roommate then was an extrovert with no friends,
Oh.
which was great because she talked to me all the time, and I'm an introvert, and I was I kept myself busy. I was going to auditions, and I was going to things, and being engaged with the community or whatever, and the last thing I wanted to do was to talk to her. She had, oh shoot, what's that thing? What's the thing when you have seizures all the time?
A seizure?
No. She's seizures. She's multiple seizures while I was living with her.
Oh, I don't.
I know it in my brain, but it's not there today.
I see the word in my head, and I don't know how to say it. You know what?
I don't know.
Well, we'll look it up after. We'll do a fact check at the end.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she had multiple seizures while I was living with her. She was epileptic. She'd epilepsy. She had seizures multiple times. One of which was in the middle of the night, and it was really weird because I didn't particularly like her, but I still had to make sure she didn't, I don't know, die.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Were you aware of the seizures?
I was aware. I didn't realize I had to
You had to do something.
deal with her. I didn't realize I had to basically occasionally take care of her and debate calling 911. Just because because basically the truth of the situation is she didn't take her meds,
Oh.
or she took them at a weird time, and she slept through her classes. She failed theater foundations her first semester.
Oh no.
Needless to say, she did not graduate with the rest of us. I think she disappeared after the first year, which, it's not for everybody.
No.
If you're not confident enough in what you want to do, art school is not for you.
Yeah. That's why I did radio first, and then realized I didn't want to do radio at all, and then went to foundations.
And now you're effectively doing
2
radio,
podcasts.
but podcast.
It can count for a voiceover.
It all muddles together, I think, at a certain point.
Oh, for sure. It's circle of life. My first roommate at the UC, I found out was 24 2 nights before I moved in. And was a video game major. And so he used a lot of my TV. I probably want to say every other night. And so it was like a lot of video games of, I'm not a big gamer. I really don't know much of games or devices.
I don't really know much of games.
I really don't. I really don't.
You sound like my dad.
I
like video games. I feel like I don't like them as much as people that play them are supposed to like them.
Yeah. Is there, what's the hot game right now?
I don't know. Everyone's playing Animal Crossing. I do not. Part of the thing, right, is that, in order to play video games, you have to spend money to play them, and my money has more important places to be.
Yeah.
I could have bought a Nintendo Switch so I could play Animal Crossing, but instead I chose to fund my solo show last couple of months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So that was out of pocket money we put in for rehearsal spaces and stuff. So it's and now we have that money back plus a decent amount if life goes back to a relative normal and I can actually go back to putting my art out in public in a non digital way.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, right? Is that video games are very instructive on a digital scale, but the reason why this is why I like theater over film or TV is I like the kinetic contact.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I don't know if I'm, but
no, I like that.
It's just very, it's, I like to be able to reach out and interact. It's why I can't,
I think there's a very, like you said, kinetic, I think a very human response, I think, in theater than to film or to TV. I can't, when I've done the short films or the skits for our film and TV department, I can't connect to my character or to the scene just because I feel like it just almost feels more fake, which is why I have a tendency to do more theater than film, just because I feel connected to everything that's happening. Yeah.
It's that, but but just on a basic human level.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame you didn't make it after my solo show because I think you would have really resonated with it. But the solo show was a lot of I shook people's hands and I asked them questions looking them in the eyeballs and asked them if they thought I was annoying. Is my big sell with the show is that I ask people to their face if they think I'm annoying, and it's weirdly cathartic for the anxiety that worries constantly if people think I'm annoying.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the physical. It is humans crave physical contact and connection and face to face engagement, and right now we're sort of in a situation where digital interaction is supposed to replace those things. But I don't know, man. I just want to get a haircut.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I got a haircut before the shutdown.
Oh, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I got a haircut. I mark when I get haircuts because I'm really bad at remembering. Oh, when was the last time I got a haircut? Like, I try and be sort of like, the last time I got a haircut was March 10th.
Oh, so we're coming up on the month.
I know. It's really bad. It's really bad. My partner, I'm very lucky, my girlfriend knows how to sort of cut hair or enough to, like, you know, make sure that there's some distance between my hair and my ears.
Mm-hmm.
But boy howdy, I love a haircut. I miss a haircut.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just the thing, the ritual of it, like going and sitting there and listening to whatever garbage music they're playing, and like the straight razor, all of it. It's just, I miss it. It's like my spa day, and I can't do that. It's like it's one of my big acts of self care that I do, and I can't. Mm-hmm. I can't do it. But I heard about this recently. Lori Lightfoot got a haircut.
Oh, did she really?
She was defending it. She was defending it because she's the face of the city, and the girl who did it wore a mask. And I'm like, okay, but I think it's deeper than that. I don't know. I have an honest question. How have you been, like, physically dressing in the quarantine? Like, what's your, like, average, like, outfit?
My average outfit?
Yeah, like, what do you typically wear now that you're in, like, social distancing?
Well, I still go to work. So my outfit...
you still go to work?
Yeah, I work at a Walgreens.
Oh, okay, they'll do it.
Yeah, so when I'm home, it's sweats. But when days I'm working, I'm in jeans and my blue polo shirt. So it does vary.
Right.
But I don't know. I kind of like... When I'm in my uniform, I almost feel there's a little bit of normal in my life. And that's why I go to work, because I try to escape from... You
go to work because we live in a capitalist society.
That too. But emotionally, it helps. It's kind of like escapism. For some reason, Walgreens can kind of be escapism for me. Except for today. Today was kind of like a horror film. I'm not going to lie. It turns out I got 3 calls about mayonnaise. We have mayonnaise. I don't know why people were freaking out about mayonnaise.
I mean, okay, but think about it. Everything else is like dubious. I went to Aldi today, right? Because I'm preparing for Passover, which is this week, and I needed for my life. I need eggs, and I need horseradish. I need parsley.
Okay.
Aldi was out of eggs.
We're out of eggs too. So everyone's out of eggs.
So, it's eggs, and it's also, I was looking for digital thermometers. I was looking for a digital thermometer so I could, soothe my paranoia by taking my temperature, right?
Yeah, good luck with that. You're not going to... I hate to sound like that, but yeah.
No, it's so funny. I live down the street from a Walgreens. It's some shit. It's but you don't have to tell me. But you don't have to tell me that they're out of rubber, because they told me the warehouse has been out for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's
up, man. So yeah, like the fact that people are asking about mayonnaise kind of makes sense, because right now we're in this like weird universe where like who knows what the masses are buying in excess.
Yeah, well, it's funny. We got a meeting today, and for the last couple of weeks, we were not allowed to wear gloves or masks. So, and now the curtain has been lifted. We get to now wear masks, but still no gloves. Mm-hmm. And I'm very curious about it, because
that's weird. My Walgreens wears gloves and masks.
So we're told that the gloves will pass more germs on because we're not switching the gloves out every new customer, which I kind of see why, but also as like a
but that's more for your protection than it is for the people out.
Right. And as a slight germaphobe, I almost feel protected when wearing gloves because I do
Right.
I sanitize I use actual hand sanitizer and wipe my gloves down. I don't, and they had a problem with that. So we have not been wearing gloves. It's been just been a lot of going to the bathroom, washing my hands. I can't feel my hands now. They are dry like sandpaper. I am stocking up on lotion. How much
You gotta get like you gotta get yourself some cuticle oil, and you gotta get yourself some like hand specific lotion.
Yeah. How have you been emotionally during all this?
Right now it's weird because, like I said, it's been Passover is coming up, and for me, it's like if circumstances were normal, right? I would go to Woodstock with my girlfriend, my partner, and we would probably get there on Tuesday, so tomorrow. Like theoretically, if things were, normal,
Yeah.
I would hop on the train to Woodstock, and I would walk with my partner from the train station at Woodstock to my aunt's house, and we would do some cooking and some prep and some hanging out and some drinking. And then the next day is Seder, so like you spend the whole day basically cooking like crazy and chopping haroset, which is sort of this like apple thing. It's chopped apples and it's cinnamon and wine.
Oh, that sounds great.
It's very good. It's very fucking good. But can I swear? I should have asked.
Oh, fuck yeah, go for it.
Great. That worked out. No, we were going to be chopping haroset and rolling, making matzo balls, making matzo ball soup to Seder, making gefilte fish with fish, which is, it's cold fish. I hate it. Every year I try it. Every year I hate it. And that's the one thing that was like, the one thing that I'm sort of like, I'm only slightly relieved. Most of it's sadness this week, but slight relief that I don't have to torture myself by trying gefilte fish and subsequently hating it.
Yeah.
But it's like it's usually like it's a packed house. My aunt has a dining room because it's a house.
Yeah.
But I don't think we've ever had Seder in her dining room. I think historically we've only ever like pulled long folding tables out from her that stretch from her front hall to her living room. So it's like,
oh my god.
Yeah. So it's like a 15-foot stretch of table. And it's, everyone, as many people from my family that can. Plus, so it was going to be my aunt and my uncle and a couple of my first cousins live in Chicago, so I think they'd probably come down with their partners, their wife and girlfriend, and my cousin from Michigan, and so it's a substantial gathering of folks. But since most of us, since many of my mom's siblings are over 60, it just doesn't make, because it got canceled before I think there was a shelter-in-place order, because it just didn't make sense to put my mom's siblings and my mom at risk. So I'm mostly like, on the one hand, Easter's canceled. I've hated Easter.
Yep, don't worry.
I've always hated Easter. I think it's a stupid holiday. My dad's Lutheran, so I have a very particular memory of of going to Seder and then, and like after Seder, you can't have bread,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so we did Seder, and then we went to my dad's family in Ohio, or one of them were in Ohio at the time, and they offered us pizza
Oh.
the night we got in after Seder, and it has scarred me. So on the one hand, Easter is canceled, which is great because I think Easter's stupid. But on the other hand, Passover is canceled, and it hurts my heart that I can't experience it all in person, because like we were just talking about, we're doing a digital Zoom Seder, but it's a different thing to be in the same room and to be able to have little side conversations and to interrupt for a stupid joke or for a dumb question. And then after, getting to visit afterwards, staying up really late just to shoot shit with these people that I really don't get to see that often. I was excited to introduce all of them to my partner and to kind of introduce my partner to this part of my family that I really love and that I'm proud of and that I enjoy.
Is this your partner's first Passover with your family?
Yeah, no. So my partner, through no fault of mine, is converting to Judaism of their own volition.
Okay.
And so, engaging in this, engaging in sort of this, engaging in this very specific, important Jewish tradition for the first time with a full, welcoming, obnoxious group of people. It's loud Jews, and I mean, I just wouldn't want to be anywhere else. And so the fact that I can't experience that in its authentic, in-person form, where we're talking to each other in person and being able to, shoot shit.
Yeah.
You can't do that over digital. It's just, it just doesn't translate. It's the same. I mean, because really there are aspects of ritual that are Seder, right? And Seder is ritual, and ritual is Seder, and that's a whole thing, But I like the Seder of the ritual of Passover, and you just can't. I mean, and then on top of it, right? Part of Seder is having these really specific items to do it, and I don't have those things because I'm used to doing it with family.
Yeah.
Thankfully, my partner and I have sort of joined our household for the quarantine, so I will get to do Seder with them, but it's I know it's for the safety of the people there, but it's it's wild, man. Because I want to be able to think that this won't be the case next year, but I'm running out of optimism.
Yeah. No, I understand. As this every day becomes a new what if for me. It's today it's become, like I said, I had not a great day at work, and I think to myself, what if this doesn't end? What if, because for what made it hard today was the attitude of people has changed more into more desperation, understandably, and has changed into more. Well, I say that.
I mean,
go ahead.
It might be. I mean, I get it from a human perspective, but it doesn't mean you deserve to get treated a certain type of way just because you don't have mayonnaise. That's not your fault.
No, I understand, and not just that, but it's becoming harder. I keep telling people we don't have toilet paper, we don't have sanitizer, and then this whole what if it becomes, what if this doesn't end? What if in June I'm still here, in my
Dealing with paranoid customers.
yeah, um,
Yeah.
and it went from, and I don't have a graduation anymore, or supposedly it might happen next year. Who knows?
No, but oh my God, like that's something I was thinking about. For y'all too, is that there's all these senior projects that got canceled, and all these, and like at least, I mean, I'm not in school, and I graduated 2 years ago, so I don't know, but like it's so weird trying to imagine like my senior projects and all my little, all of the sort of capstones that you work for and that you, that you're looking forward to kind of your whole time there have to get canceled. And what I will say, can I impart you with something?
Yeah, go for it.
I think there's this feeling at Columbia sometimes in the theater department where your college career is a reflection of what the career you will have after graduating will be like.
Yeah.
And that just isn't true, right? If I look at the things that I did in school and the things that I've done since, they're two very different things, because I wasn't dealing with, a directing professor that was telling me I couldn't do the play I wanted to do, and I'm not dealing with, students that want to cast their friends and people they know, and, like you're just given completely different opportunities in college than you are in real life, right? I think, there's this weird thing that happens at Columbia in the theater department. There's this idea that, like, you will never, ever get the opportunity to do these things again. And that's not true.
Mm-hmm. No,
it's not true.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but even since we had this announcement of possible graduation 2021, or no graduation at all, whatever, I don't know. I've been just thinking a lot of my time at Columbia. And, do I have friends who I think I'm going to see again? Absolutely. When this whole thing, whenever it's over, am I going to still see these friends?
It's going to end. It's just annoying because we don't have, like,
an answer. We don't have a
expiration date for it.
I know. Do I know this is going to end? Yes. Do I know when? No. No one does. I know.
And that's annoying.
It's super annoying. I had a customer asking me, when do you think this is going to end? And I said, you know what? I think by mid-May. And I said that, and I got excited. And I was like, oh, and I came back to my what if. Well, what if this doesn't end in May? What if I'm still...
I don't know.
And I'm going to be kicking...
I don't know.
And I'm going to be kicking me myself.
A friend of mine was like, oh, if the weather is still warm by the time we're done, I would love to do X, Y, Z. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Worst case, right? If you look at the way that the Chinese government was handling this, it'll take a couple of months. It's not going to be like this forever. That's just not how, like, life works or pandemics work.
Yeah.
But until then, my therapist said something really great to me. Like, what matters to us has to matter now. And the problem is, I think, for people like you and I, is we're planners.
Yeah.
You want to be able to say, oh, in September I'm going to be doing this project, and in February I'm going to do this project. We can't say that right now, and that's what I think is killing a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've been trying to do the thing of, like, okay, well, what sounds good, like, right now, like today?
Yeah.
And you start there. I think I've been, you start thinking about, you have to, the problem is that you have to live in the moment.
Yeah.
And that's a separate challenge, I think, that college did not prepare me to live in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm a planner, and so right before things hit, I was planning to like tour my solo show, take it to schools. I want to do some personnel changes and talk to a different director about it. I want to with my producing partner Jordan. I want to reassess. Okay, well, we made this amount of money from box office sales and from fundraising. What do we want to do with it?
Yeah.
Where do we want to apply? Where do we want to apply to? What festivals do we want to try and travel to? But we can't do that. We have to live in the moment, which means I have to put my solo show on pause and do smaller things. Mm-hmm. And like that being said, it's so great that you're doing these sort of podcast series, because I think that's it's certainly. It certainly seems like it's getting you to sort of engage with, okay, well, what can I do right now?
Mm-hmm. It's therapeutic.
As opposed to 2 months from now or 3 months from now.
It's very therapeutic because every night
Totally.
it's something new. It's someone new. And I take away something to hold on to. And whether that's good, bad, memorable, hilarious, sad, whatever, it helps push me along.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that's kind of how it started. I wanted something that's fun for me, but therapeutic as well. And when I was talking to Connor Brown, shout out Connor Brown, we were thinking about doing a quarantine episode of our other podcast. But then and then we have other episodes that we record already that we're booked. So, I went to myself and I was like, well, I do like talking to people, and I do like getting other people's opinions about this, so why not? And so I set on this little journey, and it's just been great. And I'm glad that it's something that I still look forward to do every night at 9 o'clock in my family room. Cal, I can't imagine another person I'd like to talk to during a pandemic. So
stop it.
People, I say it every episode, but I really do mean it with every person. I can't imagine another person I would like to talk to during a pandemic. So thank you for allowing yourself to come on the show. Let me call.
Oh, that's really sweet. Thank you so much for talking to me. This was illuminating.
Yeah, thank you. Hey everyone. Thanks again for listening to this episode of You Have a Minute, a daily isolated podcast. My thanks to Cal Walker for letting me call them and for appearing on the show. They are a wonderful person, a very talented person. If you have not heard of their one-person show, look it up. It's really, really interesting, and I think they're making some really excellent art. Just as I hope you guys are with the time you have off. Make some art. Do a podcast. Make arts and crafts. I don't care. Do something with art. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Allow people to have gloves and masks who need it the most. And I will talk to you soon.